Yo, what's good, people? So, unless y'all been living under a rock, last week was the E3 press conferences, 2012, and Sony had its press conference on Monday, I believe. Yes, Monday. And one of the games they showed was The Last of Us. Now, I'm a huge Naughty Dog fan. Loved Uncharted 1, loved Uncharted 2, and loved Uncharted 3. And I'm in love with The Last of Us, even though I haven't played it yet. And based on that gameplay demo, I'm going to give y'all my little impressions. The good, the bad, and some suggestions I think that would make the game a lot better. So let's start, shall we? Alright, let's get the good out of the way. The graphics. Graphics look on par, if not way better than Uncharted 3. I mean, the lighting, the shadowing, and the environment really, and you can it really showed the post-apocalyptic nature of the game, which I really liked. And sometimes, and if you looked at the sky, whenever Joe looked at the sky, you could see some birds flying by, and I thought that was pretty cool. The animations of the characters are really free-flowing, natural, don't look any jerky like sometimes Uncharted 3's was. Animations, I mean. And the attention to detail, you could really tell by the contextual combat that like after Ellie threw the brick at that guy and he just slammed him to the wall and slammed his face repeatedly on a desk. Really cool. And the animations, with in regards to such things such as when Joe was getting shot at, when he was responding to getting hit by the pipe with that guy that ambushed him. And the blood effects, especially when he got hit in the nose with the wooden plank by that dude at the end. Thought it was really cool. Now, let's get to the meat of my review, my impressions video. The bad. Alright. The big thing that's really bugging me the fuck out. The HUD. That life bar needs to go. You're trying to create an environment in which there's lots of tension and you really want to survive. And that life bar, I think, really takes that away. What I think they should implement what the Getaway. I played the Getaway when it came out for the PS2, I believe 2003. I believe. Yeah, and every time he'd get shot, he'd react to it as in he would start holding, as he was walking someplace or running someplace, he'd like hold his stomach, or the way he'd walk, he would wobble as you walk. And I think that was a great way to show realistic without having the red flashing screen or life bar. And I think that really was a great way to show the health, because the Getaway was realistic in terms of guns and the cars at the time and driving physics. Another thing the HUD needs improvement on. This is the thing. I do not want HUDs at all. I don't want the heads-up display. For a game like this, it really takes away the mood. The ammo counter needs to go. Alright. Nobody's dumb enough to shoot a gun when it's empty. I mean, especially if you can see the counter. And that really takes away the tension, and you always know when to not shoot. And the only reason the guy that was demoing the game at E3 shot the gun was he wanted to show people that Ellie had the ability to help Joel in such situations like that when he was being cornered. But the thing is, like I said, no one's gonna be dumb enough to it's gonna have a flashing zero. I mean, no one's gonna shoot it. What I think they should do, they should take it from referencing another game, Condemned, Criminal Origins. Every time, if you wanted to check the ammo, the only time you had to do was taking out the clip and looking at how many bullets there are, and maybe a little bit of a a counter would show up, flash up for a couple seconds, and then it would disappear. And that's the only way you can check the ammo. And I believe when you should do that, you should make considerable sound that the enemy can hear it if he's not too far away. which causes, has more interaction with the enemies and the environment around them. And any of the inventory, that's, when you see when he goes through a backpack when he created that Molotov cocktail, I think he should really, the only time, because above the life bar, if you saw the gameplay demo, you can see, I think, what are similar to health packs or maybe band-aids at the top. I don't think you should see that either. Only way you should see that is if you rummage through your inventory, and that makes sense. And another thing that creeped me out was Joel's walking. I mean, Drake from Uncharted 3, when he walked, every time he walked or ran someplace, he'd look around, try to be aware of his surroundings. And I don't think they really nailed that. He was just walking straight, almost like Uncharted 2. If you looked at Uncharted 2 gameplay, whenever you walk or something, he doesn't even look to his left, look to his right. He just walks straight, and only saw one path. I think that they might fix that. I mean, there's plenty of time really to fix that, especially since they didn't make the mistake with Uncharted 3 releasing a release date, before they were really ready. Because Uncharted 3, sure, it was a great game. I loved it more than Uncharted 2, but you could kind of tell the lack of polish almost, because the lack of time, and you could tell there was crunch time right before the release date. Even Naughty Dog has said that one of their past mistakes was releasing the release date before that. And I'm getting way too ahead of myself with that, getting off topic. So yeah, that's what I find really the bad with it. Some suggestions I like for Naughty Dog to implement: have Ellie's role to be more in depth. She could have many applicants, many ways to, use herself. I mean, you could maybe have Ellie serve as distractions. Let's say, Joel wants to go one specific way, but he doesn't know how to. And, there's enemies in front of him. Maybe have Joel act as a distraction, make them chase her around so he could get past a place. Or, if there's a venting, if there's a vent, area too small for Joel to go through, maybe have Ellie go through it. And, oh my god, another game I'm referencing. Anybody has played Dead to Rights? Jack's dog, Shadow. There's some instances in the game when you get to control Shadow, go through tiny places, even maul some enemies. Maybe you can have some sections of the game control as Ellie, maybe not kill anybody, because really, I made a thread about this too on the Naughty Dog forums. I don't think Ellie would have the heart to kill anybody. So maybe, maim them, knock them out, distract them. Have her have a more applicable role. Another thing she could act as a pack mule. And I think this is gonna be one of her roles in the game, because one of the screenshots of her has her carrying I believe, a sniper rifle. Yeah, a sniper rifle. And that makes sense. I don't want Joel to carry every single goddamn thing in a backpack. Freaking almost like Nico in Grand Theft Auto 4 pulling out a big ass RPG from the coat pocket. Some bullshit. And another suggestion: have Ellie the ability to die. How many times in Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, Sully has made me, he just, sometimes he gets so goddamn annoying, you just want to blow him up. Or maybe, it's more realistic. I mean, Uncharted 3, Uncharted 2, your companions, AI companions, couldn't die. I mean, every time an RPG went to them, they just stumbled to the ground. They couldn't die. How many RPG shots, how many shots, regular intact, they had thrown at them, they couldn't die. And I really want Ellie to die. I want you to have a sense of responsibility when guiding her through the city and whatnot, through America. And, having her the ability to die, I think, would suffice in adding that atmosphere. I mean, she doesn't look like to be a pain in the ass in terms of, getting in the way of you. So she has a smarter AI. So I think giving her the ability to die wouldn't really be that would be detrimental to your going through the game. But it wouldn't really be a problem. You know, it wouldn't really make the game that hard. It just adds more realistic feel to it. One more suggestion I'd really like is, in addition to having the infected humans, I'd like to see some infected wildlife as well. You know, bears, tigers, panthers, whales, whales. Uh, horses maybe. You know, nothing to the extent of, having the ability to ride horses that are, supernatural or infected. Dead nightmare. Anyway, so yeah, this has been my suggestions, the good, the bad. Leave your comments, subscribe, like, recommend this to your family, your friends, whoever it may concern to you, and subscribe. Thank you very much, and have a good day.